Hey everyone, me Kevin here. I have some quick updates regarding the Problem Solvers Caucus stimulus plan, and I want to give everybody a quick heads up on two things. Number one, we're going to talk about the Fed, and we're going to talk about some negative press about the Problem Solvers Caucus and some expectations regarding this. At the end of the video, I'm also going to give some commentary about some particular stocks, which might be pretty important tomorrow. And if you haven't yet watched, make sure to watch my two prior videos from earlier today on the newly released Problem Solvers Caucus stimulus proposals, one of which includes the potential for double stimulus checks. Tomorrow, September 16th, which by the way is the day that Snowflake should have their IPO. If you haven't yet watched that, you could watch that video. But anyway, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, the Federal Reserve will release a policy statement to give us a real-time update on the economy and their projections going forward on, well, coming out of their September meeting, which ends tomorrow morning. I don't believe this 2 p.m. statement that we're expecting from the Fed is what we really want to pay attention to, though. Instead, I think where the market movement is going to come from Jerome Powell's Q&A session, usually held about 30 minutes later. So at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Jerome Powell will answer questions. It's very likely that Jerome Powell is going to craft his answers and his discussion that encourages Congress to pick up the Problem Solvers Caucus bill. Now, the Fed says they don't want to get involved in politics publicly, and they tend to creatively talk about politics without talking about politics. And they do this with references to bipartisan stimulus support or bipartisan fiscal support, and references to things like extending unemployment and extending stabilizers or direct payments. All of these things are just a direct reference to the Problem Solvers Caucus bill, which was released today and sort of pre-released yesterday. Now, I'm going to make a video on what the Fed says to break it all down tomorrow, but I want to give you a heads up in terms of what to look for, because this is the last meeting that the Federal Reserve will have to publicly pressure Congress before Congress technically goes back on recess at the end of this month. Now, the House of Representatives just came back to work on Monday, but don't kid yourself, they've only got 12 days to actually get something done. And a strong message from the Fed tomorrow could be what increases the pressure in this pressure cooker of Congress to actually get something done. Furthermore, right now there is a bit of negative press coming out regarding the House Appropriations Committee. This is a group of all Democrats. This is not a bipartisan group. That is just straight up all Democrats, because they're in control of the House. And they issued a statement saying, well, the Problem Solvers Caucus is a bill and it doesn't go far enough. In fact, they say, while we appreciate every attempt at providing critical relief to American families, the Problem Solvers Caucus proposal falls short of what is needed to save lives and boost the economy. They go on to say that unfortunately, today's proposal retreats from these critical policies and fails to respond to additional issues that have emerged since May. Obviously, that statement is totally bull. Like, the Problem Solvers Caucus bill is literally the best thing that we've had since the CARES Act. It extends unemployment for 13 weeks and gives us options for more unemployment via automatic stabilizers. Like, this is a brilliant bill. It gives us another dip at PPP funding. It gives us more EIDL grants. It gives us liability protections with worker protections. It gives us not one round of stimulus checks, but the potential for 2 rounds of stimulus checks. It gives us rental assistance. It gives us food assistance. It gives us postal assistance. It gives us what we need as a country. But in my opinion, this statement by the House Appropriations Committee is simply being done to calm down the Democratic lobbyists who helped write the HEROES Act. Remember, the HEROES Act was written by only Democrats, and it's 2,000 pages long with so many special interests and pet projects in it. The Problem Solvers proposal is a common sense and streamlined proposal that cuts out all the BS. To me, I wouldn't be worried about these negative, extreme statements. You're going to get that. Expect the negativity from the extreme left and the extreme right. We don't need the extreme right or the extreme left right now. As a country, we need something that's going to appeal to 70 to 80% of our country. The middle. That's what we need right now. And that's what this Problem Solvers Caucus bill is. There are going to be bitter congressmen and women who didn't get their skinny bill passed in the Senate and who didn't get their HEROES Act passed in the House. That's Congress. That's the way it works. But to me, this Problem Solvers Caucus has immense promise. Not only is it exactly what congressmen and women in the middle want that will help them get reelected, but even think about Republicans in the Senate. If they can come to terms with this, and all of a sudden we have something that nobody can claim as solely being their own, but instead the existing people in Congress got this through, both sides got this through, everybody gets to parade and take credit. The president gets to take credit, Democrats get to take credit, Republicans get to take credit, and that's what the existing people in office need right now. Like them or not, that's what they need. And the reality is, this is an excellent proposal. The Problem Solvers Caucus is what we should be paying attention to. And not only pay attention to, but honestly, I am personally very optimistic about it. I might cancel the life insurance that I've signed up for, which I can get in as little as 5 minutes, if this passes, because all my stresses will be lifted. This bill will be applauded by the market. Which, by the way, if you want life insurance or a free stock, remember the links are down below, right next to the course links. I had to put that in somewhere. But anyway, I'm optimistic about this. And y'all know that I've gotten very pissed on this channel before. And the reality is, I don't want to do a compromise shave, but I will do a compromise shave if it means we get a stimulus package done. I'm fine with compromising right now. And I got to do some compromising with Lauren right now because this is getting a little ridiculous. All right, so this is a huge step in the right direction. Ignore the negativity for now. We have working days ahead of us. We got the Fed to help push us in the right direction. The president will want this. Moderate Republicans will want this. Moderate Democrats will want this. It's only the extremes and the lobbyists who are pissed. You couldn't get your bill done. Oh, frickin' well. This is good. Pay attention to it. I'm optimistic. On stocks tomorrow, I'm 90% confident that the Fed is going to continue doing and saying whatever they need to do to provide support where it can for the markets. That helps people in the markets. I think this will be positive for stocks tomorrow. I mean, some of this could already be baked in though, so maybe we won't see much movement. That sometimes happens. We're already expecting the Fed not to shock us and pull the rug out. That would be stupid. If the Fed did that, the market would crash fast. But that's like a 10% chance. That's weird. It's a chance, but it's very, very low. Maybe not for Nikola. For Nikola, by the way, if you haven't yet seen my family vlog that I posted today, check it out. I did a whole new style family vlog. I think y'all will like it. It's on this channel. It's the seller of a house stripped my house, which is true. The seller stripped my house. But in it is a skit on Nikola, which I think all of y'all will enjoy. Maybe unless you're a Nikola investor. Which, by the way, it doesn't help that Nikola right now is being investigated by the Department of Justice and the SEC. Both of them are now investigating them. And speaking of investigations, the Federal Trade Commission is about to file an antitrust lawsuit against Facebook, according to the Wall Street Journal alerts that just came through. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, folks. I am optimistic. This is good. I expect more good news in the coming day. And I expect the good news to overwhelm the bad. We've had enough bad. We need good. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and we'll see you soon.